I may get a cosigner for my pre-approval. Somebody may help me out. Someone may help me with some down payment funds. Somebody may go on the loan with me because they have a higher credit score than I do, and it could help my interest rate. Until I get that situation kind of all settled and figured out, I'm not going to get pre-approved.
If someone is coming into the loan related situation and assisting you with the loan, then in your view, maybe it makes sense to wait until you kind of got all those details worked out before you go and get pre-approved. Well, I understand the rationale. Not completely unreasonable. We've heard quite a number of questions that are completely unreasonable. This isn't necessarily one of them, but at the same time, I would recommend keeping the communication lines open. So just because someone has a higher credit score than you do doesn't necessarily mean that you can't get pre-approved on your own. Now, our situation's different. Maybe that person's income is also higher than yours. I don't know, but maybe you can do it on your own and you haven't tried to get pre-approved, so you don't know that for sure. Okay? Or maybe not. Maybe you do need that individual, but if that's the case, you don't need to wait around and do nothing and become motionless, right? You can go to the bank or begin initiating some phone outreaches to various lenders, trying to determine, who you kind of like and who you feel comfortable with, right? You can certainly submit all of your loan documentation to the lender to get the pre-approval process started. Yes, of course, according to this conversation we're having now, you may need that other person to help you out to complete the pre-approval, right? You're leaning on their credit or their income or their liquid assets or whatever the case may be. Why else you might need somebody like that? Whatever's going on, you're leaning on them. But that's not to say that you can't begin communicating with the lenders and at least getting the documentation over to them from your side of the loan. So you can send them your own recent pay stubs, right? Your own recent W-2s, your own recent tax returns, your own recent proof of employment. Okay, you can have them run your credit, right? Okay, it's an incomplete pre-approval. We're waiting for the other person that's going on to the loan with you. We're waiting for them to get all of their documentation together and get ready to go. But you don't need to sit in idle until that happens. So yeah, I see the logic here, but I would say there's also my initial response to this question, the response that I'm staying with also, get proactive, right? Go ahead and start the pre-approval process and see how it goes. There's no point in holding back. Go ahead and get your feet wet and formulate that rapport with your loan officer, right? And get the process going. Thanks so much for the question.